Alright, let's quickly do this. Apparently John Wick is getting an anime. Now let me tell you why it's bad. My big stupid brain is basically like, oh, so we're taking Western works and shifting those into anime. This doesn't seem like a good idea. Now, when it comes down to things, if you have paid attention to Japan as of late and what the youth really wants over there, they've been really more keen to look at things from the overseas spectrum from their points of view. So the things that some of us really do not like over here, they absolutely love that shit in their media over there. Like, if it's just wanting to, look at something over here and, maybe exploring some themes of that stuff, I am perfectly fine with that. The issue is when you take IPs from the West and then you decide to make an anime out of it, because when it comes down to things, a lot of the West has nothing but, just straight up agenda speech and all this woke progressivism things and things like that. My biggest scare is that if they're gonna start taking IPs and just jumping into Japanese studios, two things is gonna happen. One, they go take those agendas and keep those into the anime and things like that. Or you could have a potential moment where some of these studios end up being like, you know what? We like taking the IPs from America and all these other places. So you know what? We're gonna instead taking the IPs and ideas from our own Japanese citizens. We're gonna basically take the stuff from the West, adapt that into anime, and that's gonna make us money. Sure, it won't be the biggest thing, and not every single studio is going to go down that route, but it would be something that could potentially happen. That's kind of scary. Do I think every studio is going to conform to that? No, but it would not surprise me if that does end up happening with some studios. I don't think it's going to be the majority of studios. I don't think the majority of people are willing to wanting to take some, Western media work and then try to do whatever the hell they want to. And granted, I'm gonna keep it a stack. Obviously, if they decide to do this, it's not gonna be 100% a bad thing, because they can make good shit out of it. Cyberpunk Edge Runners would like to speak to you because they did pretty decently. Granted, I still haven't watched the show, but when it comes down to things, it's not a bad show, right? It's still not my cup of tea. I'll still go ahead and say that Cyberpunk isn't necessarily a world that I really care about too much, but it's fine for what it was. And honestly, the fact that they were able to have some type of creative freedom, even though they had to fight for it a little bit, even though they had some creative freedom, they made the show 10 times better with just letting them do their own thing and, following that world how they really kind of wanted to. Adding Rebecca to Cyberpunk, not gonna necessarily lie, was the best idea that they had. And I'm not necessarily gonna lie. They was obviously not necessarily effing with the damn lolly in Cyberpunk, but they put their foot down, said it's gonna, stay into the anime, and guess what? She's probably one of the more popular characters out of that damn show outside of Lucy. So it's not necessarily too surprising to see that, damn, they can make a good anime. I'm not worried about them making a good anime. It's just I don't want the Western ideals and motives and agendas to A, come through, B, that's the only projects that some of these anime studios try to take now, and that's just it. Because honestly, I just don't want to see anime go into the same pit that the Western media and their stuff, and our stuff kind of basically is right now, and potentially change up what anime is over there, and now we have nowhere to run for that bullshit. Because we didn't come to anime because we wanted to see the same stuff the West could make. We came to anime because for a lot of people, they wanted something different. Something that's out of their way to basically challenge the spectrum of fictional media, right? To see something that the West don't have the balls to do. And that's what we basically wanted in media, at least for some of us that watch anime. So again, I'm not completely against the idea of taking Western IPs and then shifting them into anime, but I hope that doesn't necessarily be something that try to push an agenda or change some things. in the industry. That's like the big thing that kind of scares me. Because if I can keep it real with you, there's some games and shit that I would like to see get an anime in some shape or form. If we had to take anything from the West, honestly, and this is my first pick, if we had to take any game from the West, I would want Sly Cooper to get an anime. I'm not gonna hold you. That shit would be bonkers. It will be kind of cool, right? Especially if you make it more adultish, but also not necessarily like completely like, you know, getting rid of things. More like a shonen level type of anime. Sly Cooper, honestly, that would be pretty sick. That would be pretty sick. You know, I would like to see that. Or maybe Jack and Daxter. Put that into like an anime. That would also be kind of cool and acceptable, right? Will they do that? Probably not. But it would be kind of cool to see, honestly. But that's just me. But anyway, that's essentially all I really had to say for this one. So hopefully you did enjoy. Also, by the way, we are on Blue Sky now because that's just where we're gonna be. So if you want to follow me, that will be in the description there. And yeah, that's just gonna be how that goes from this point forward. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification everywhere else. Also follow me on socials and like to donate to the channel. Patreon is available as well. And until then, it's your boy Jay signing off. Have a blessed day.